football. We took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-Hawks. I said the K-Hawks. The school of champions, we laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now we're good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen come forward.
High school champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the RP Lumber Center here in Edwardsville as we get you ready for a little K-Hawk hockey action as your Collinsville K-Hawks get ready to take on the Triad Knights. I am Todd Duke. Glad that you've taken some time out of your Tuesday, pre-winter storm Tuesday, as we get you ready for this one by welcoming you into the pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center. That is just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or you can give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. You may have noticed that we have minutes up on the scoreboard on the screen for you tonight. That's because one of my Kahok Broadcasting Club students is joining us tonight, learning how to be a producer in the broadcasting industry, and that is Livia Montgomery of the Lady Kahok bowling team, and we thank her for being here. So she's going to be in charge of the score and the clock and playing commercials here during the night. Give her a little bit of experience. All right, let's move on to some hockey. Collinsville. They come into this contest with a record of 11-8-3 on the year under their first-year head coach, Craig Duffy. Triad comes in with a 9-11-2 record, and they are being coached by their head coach who's here in his 11th season, and that is Pat Culleberg. Collinsville, they snapped a 3-game winless streak with a 6-1 win against East Alton Wood River last night. Senior Annie Bennett and sophomore Eric Denny each had 2 goals in that game. Sophomores Tanner Bettis and Lincoln Duffy each scored 1 goal. Senior Preston Tillman was the goalie last night in that one, so a little bit of a break there for Landon Radel. He got the start in goal last night, and that was his 3rd such appearance between the pipes for Collinsville over the last couple of years. Kahawks at 0-2-1 over their last 3 games before that win last night. And before that game, they were coming off a 7-0 loss against O'Fallon on Thursday night. Collinsville is now 2-3-2 in the month of January with only 1 game remaining in the regular season. The Knights, they went 1-5-1 in the month of November when the hockey season got underway. They started December with an 8-2 win over your Collinsville Kahawks and then went 4-3-1 the rest of the way in the month of December. Knights had a brief 2-game win streak snapped last night in a 4-3 win by Vianney at the Fenton Forum. Triad is now at 4-3 for January with also 1 game left after tonight. It is also senior night here at the RP Lumber Center in Edwardsville, and we already talked to senior Andy Bennett. We did that last week right before that O'Fallon game, and there's only 1 senior left after that, and that would be Preston Tillman. And my conversation with Collinsville's senior forward Preston Tillman will come your way next after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Softwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a 1-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT softwave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. This is our final game for the regular season for your Collinsville Kahok hockey team as they get ready to take on the Triad Knights. One game left after the night, and the season comes to a close. Time for some all-star and some playoff action. And tonight happens to be senior night. We're going to visit with the final senior. We only have 2 this year, and the final one is senior Preston Tillman, who is a forward for your Collinsville Kahawks. All right, Preston, thanks for joining us, number 1. Number 2, tell us about your family. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, pets. What you got?
Hi, yeah, I have my mom, my dad. I have a little brother. He's 10 years younger than me. I got 1 dog and 3 cats, actually. So.
What's the dog's name?
My dog's name is Walt.
And the 3 cats?
So we have Puck, obviously named after hockey pucks. Then we have Rex, named after T-Rex. And then we have my cat, who's Kanye.
Cool. All right, what's the brother's name?
My brother's name is Bryce.
Glad you remembered that. It would have been bad if you would have remembered the pets' names and not the brothers' names. All right, so you're the older brother. How much are you teaching your younger brother about the game of hockey?
So I actually coach his 8U team, the Sharknadoes, for TBL. And he plays goalie, so I try and help him out as much as I can.
Where does the hockey genes come from in your family? Mom, dad, or somebody else, aunt, uncle?
So my grandparents used to live up in Michigan, up in like Grand Rapids area, I think. So kind of brought down with them. And then around 2019 when the Blues won the Stanley Cup, I kind of got into it. So
awesome. All right, let's talk about a little hockey. You got to play goal last night in the big win over East Alton Wood River. Not your first time playing goal. I think you got into a couple of games last year as well. So tell me, what is Preston Tillman's thoughts on playing goal?
So I really enjoy playing goalie. East Alton, whatever, they're a solid team, but it was I had a good team in front of me and they helped me out a lot. So I didn't face many shots, so it was nice kind of break. It wasn't too bad. I like it.
So you have played 3 games in goal and you are 3-0 as a goalie in hockey. So have you missed your calling?
I guess so. Around sophomore year, I actually debated playing goalie because we were short on one, but then another guy came in and ended up playing. So I didn't get into it, but I could have.
All right, if not hockey, what other sport would you like to be playing?
So until about like 13 years old, I was actually swimming, and last year I swam for the Collinsville swim team. So I'm thinking I might do that again this year, but I don't know. Don't quote me.
All right, so tell me your favorite part about playing hockey.
So my favorite part about playing hockey is just the atmosphere, the energy, and the community around hockey. I love it.
Favorite NHL player and why?
So my favorite NHL player is Colton Parayko. So I remember back in 2016, whenever he first got to the Blues, I met him at Bobby's in Maryville, and he actually lived with my mom's old boss, whenever he first got here. So built a cool connection with him.
That's a pretty cool story. All right, we're going to play a little thing called My Favorite Things, which is not my favorite things, your favorite things. All right, favorite video game?
Probably GTA.
Favorite movie?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Favorite kind of music? What's your genre of music?
Probably rap.
Favorite artist in that genre?
Kanye.
All right, everybody's got a secret, like a pleasure down low where they like listening to certain music, but they don't let their friends know it. Do you have any of those?
I like listening to some indie music, some indie rock. I think that's something.
All right, favorite sweet snack?
Reese's.
Favorite salty snack?
Oh, I don't know. It's pretzels.
Favorite class in high school?
English.
Least favorite class in high school?
Math. Easy.
That's, easy for me too. All right, let's talk a little food. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? What's your favorite?
Oh, breakfast.
Really? What is it and who cooks it?
Me normally, and some eggs. Yeah.
Scrambled eggs is always a good standby. All right, let's go back to talking a little bit of hockey. The 5-5 tie Tuesday with Columbia. Man, you guys had a 5-1 lead in that game, and then things just kind of fell apart. Tell me what you saw.
Really, we just kind of didn't hold our energy. We could have played better, but I think we could do that every game. And so with this game, we're looking to continue the energy throughout all 3 periods and play strong.
Hey, you guys played Triad earlier this year, and they beat you. And that was the first time they've beaten you guys in quite a while as far as Triad versus the Kahawks go on hockey. So what takeaways can you take from that first matchup that you can use tonight to pull out a win?
So with that first game, I think we came out underestimating them. And so this game, we're coming in. We know they want, we know what they want. So we're going to give them exactly what they want.
All right, so you're graduating in June or somewhere around there. What is next for Preston Tillman after graduation?
So I'm thinking about joining the Coast Guard. I think that's my calling.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for the visit, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Preston Tillman, forward for your Collinsville Kahawks. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting 6 for each side, and then we'll have opening face-off. All that and more coming up on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Once again, we welcome you back to the RP Center here in Edwardsville, getting you ready for this contest between Collinsville and Triad. They have a couple more notes to pass along for you as we're getting started just a little bit late as they had to do the senior night festivities. And again, only 2 seniors in Andy Bennett and Preston Tillman, so it didn't take that long, but still we are just a little bit behind schedule. So let's go back and look at the game that these two teams played earlier. They played back on December the 5th at Granite City. Triad won that game 8-2. Andy Bennett and Eric Denny each with 1 goal. Landon Radel allowed 8 goals on 21 shots on goal. For the Knights, they got 8 goals from 8 different players. And I'm not going to bore you by running down all 8 different players that scored goals in that contest. Triad goalie Evan Arena had allowed 2 goals on 22 shots. Collinsville, by the way, 9-4. Versus Triad since 2015. The last win was a 8-2 win by Collinsville in December of 2021. Andy Bennett had a hat trick in that game. From November of 2016 all the way to December of 2019, Collinsville went 8-0 against the Triad Knights. These two teams, though, have not met in the postseason, at least not since 2015, and that's as far back as the records go on the Mississippi Valley Club Hockey Association's website. So if they met previously to that, I do not know about it. So now you're all caught up. Our final timeout is coming your way, and then we will pass along the 6 starters for each side, and we'll do that for you here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
And once again, we welcome you back to the RP Lumber Center here in Edwardsville. Just about ready for this one between Collinsville and Triad. And here are your starters. We'll begin with the Triad Knights defensively. You will find out there Merrick Schramm as well as Tucker Jeffries. The center for the Knights is Marty Smith. And your wingers, Peyton Olasini and Aiden Freen. And in goal for Triad tonight is Evan Arana. For Collinsville, our pregame guest, Preston Tillman on the left wing. Tanner Bettis is on the right wing. They will be centered by Andy Bennett. And the defenseman for Collinsville is brother Glennon Bennett and Eric Denny. And back in goal tonight after a night off last night is Landon Radel. Collinsville, they are the visiting team here tonight, so they thank the Triad Knights for letting them have senior night here on their home. Hit that one right there. It's a touch screen too, so you can... There you go. We got a clock for you. We just got to work on it for a little while. This is the first time we've used a clock for hockey. We'll give you the goalie stats here as we move along. Collinsville with the puck in the offensive zone, but a turnover will allow the Triad Knights to bring it up as that puck floats precariously toward Radel, and I was surprised he didn't come out and challenge it and try to cut that off before the winger got there, but the winger did get a shot on goal, but it was shoved aside by Landon Radel. We're just underway here in period number 1. No score between Collinsville and Triad. Triad with the puck as they dig it out of their defensive zone. That's going to be an icing call, and that will bring the faceoff all the way back down in front of number 91, Evan Arena. And let's take a look at his numbers. He has 12 games under his belt, and he's also split some time with Max Kadich and Xander Radford, but in Arena's 11 games, he has given up 43 goals. He's made 210 saves, has a goals against average of 5.58 and a save percentage right at 83%. We'll give you the numbers on Landon Radel here in just a moment as Triad works to break out of the zone. They do. They get into the neutral zone, then throw it into the offensive side of things. That was on the wrong side of the red line, but they say it could have been played by one of the Collinsville players. Now Triad gets it back, and they sling one toward the goal, but that never did make it all the way to Radel, and now another shot. That goes a little wide. Radel's looking behind him. He has no idea where it is, and it is up behind the net, so he dodged a bullet there if he didn't lost the puck. But Triad, they stay with it, and a shot and a pad save there by Radel, and it comes all the way back out to the blue line where it's stuffed back in by McFarland. All the way into the near side corner it goes. Triad putting on a little offensive pressure here in the early parts of this first period. Back behind the Kahok net, they throw one out front, and it comes all the way back out to the blue line. McFarland, he'll shove it back down into the corner again, and chasing it down is Andy Bennett. Andy Bennett over here on this near side elbow. Lost the puck, and it is by, Triad. Another blocker save there by Radel. Collinsville having a hard time getting it out of their own defensive zone here. And the Kahawks finally do as they shove it up into the neutral zone. But McFarland, he gets there first. Collinsville's Duffy ends up running into him, finds the puck, and then sends it into the offensive zone. Bettis, he takes a hard slam into the corner of one of the Triad players. Collinsville with a shot from the high slot there by Yaxis, but that got blocked out by the defense, and Triad will send it all the way back down for yet another icing call. 11:45 left to play here in this opening period. No score yet between Collinsville and Triad. Triad has spent some time in the offensive zone, but when Collinsville gets it down in their offensive zone, Triad has iced the puck now 3 times. And the faceoff will come out to the right of Arena. Collinsville wins it. Back to the blue line. Denny with a shot. That one was partially deflected. A turnaround shot after that almost made it through, but that was shoved aside by Arena as well. And now Triad, they bring it up ice. Here is Steven Rushing. A 2-on-1 break. Rushing shoots and shoots high. Goes over the net and into the corner. Picked up over here by Whitaker. Whitaker all the way back to the blue line, but it's Jeffries who gets it for Triad. And then all the way out to the center of the blue line. A save by Radel. He shoves that aside with his right leg pad. And over into the far side corner it goes. Collinsville trying to wrestle the puck away again. They'll do so by slinging it all the way down and out of the zone, but it's not going to be an icing call as going back to get the puck for Triad is Tucker Jeffries. Jeffries back behind his goal, sends one up into the faceoff circle. Collinsville almost picked it off there, but Rushing found it first. And another 2-on-1 opportunity for Triad, but Denny knocks that off of the stick of the approaching Triad Knights player, and it ends up back over behind the net. Collinsville picks it up, and they get it up to Bettis. Here is Tanner Bettis, Collinsville's leading goal scorer. Comes in with 24 goals on the year. He shoots. That one goes a little bit high over the stick side of Arena. Comes all the way out to the blue line in front of the Triad bench. Collinsville keeps it down into the offensive zone once again. Triad, they'll go into the near side corner here to pick it up and trying to stay with it, but not getting his head up in the process was Glenn Bennett, and he took a lick on that play. Here is Denny. Denny with a shot and a save by Arena, and then the loose puck out front, and it is going to be frozen there for a whistle by the referee. And Collinsville getting a little offensive zone pressure here as we have 10:15 left to play in this opening period. Collinsville right now out shooting the Triad Knights 3-2. Well, I hope Glendon Bennett, he's back on the ice now. He skated to the bench for a moment after that big hit. He had his head down and didn't see it coming. Triad wins the faceoff. They'll send it back into the neutral zone as Denny backhands the puck, but Triad continues their push, but that's going to be offside as I believe that was Ulisini who ended up into the zone before the puck crossed the blue line, so it'll come back out into the neutral zone. Far side face-off dot right in front of the Kahok bench. Lincoln Duffy, he's out there with Marty Smith. Collinsville gets that face-off, and Duffy then lost the puck. Sends it back into the defensive side of things. Bennett, he'll chase it down, and then he'll fall down over into that corner as the puck stays over there up against the dasher boards. Nice little move there by Duffy. Duffy got it from the Triad player and sent it down the ice. Now he plays a little chase. He'll send it up to the near side corner. That's where he finds Eric Denny. Denny, he gets taken off the puck, and the Triad Knights begin their push up ice once again. Intercepted at the red line by Glennon Bennett. He'll take another hit, and he'll throw one back down into the offensive zone. 9.5 minutes to go here in this opening period. No score yet between Collinsville and Triad. Collinsville got the puck back, but they had Tillman and Duffy way deep into the zone, and there wasn't enough time just to wait for the tag up, so Collinsville sent the puck in and then tried to chase it down. They do. Turnover. Blue line. Bennett gets it up. Backhand shot. Never was materialized there by Duffy. And then the puck just floats wide of the net over on the far side post. Here is Tanner Bettis. Bettis leaves it back behind the Triad net for Lincoln Duffy, and a feed out front into the slot never materialized into a shot. Here is Bettis. He'll reverse directions over on this near side corner, looking for a little bit of help. And then he'll get taken out of the play as he wasn't looking at the approaching player. He got taken out there by Ulisini. And now a loose puck in front of the Triad bench, picked up by Zamoroni. Zamoroni shoves it back up into that far face-off circle. Here is Denny. Shot toward the goal, but it never quite made it. And now an opportunity on a feed from Bettis to Lincoln Duffy. Another shot for Tanner Bettis. That one goes wide over on the near side post. Over here up against the dasher board, Zagorski couldn't get it and hold it in. Now a loose puck out at center ice. It's picked up there by Ulisini. Ulisini gets knocked off the puck by Denny. But Triad, they stay with it. They feed a pass up to the slot, but Collinsville picks it off. Kahawks trying to go with numbers, coming back the other direction. Here is Bettis. Bettis throws the puck over into the near side corner, looking for someone to center it to. Does so up front, and a shot and a save by Arena off of the stick of Eric Denny, and that was the most sustained pressure that Collinsville has had here in this opening period. 0-0, Kahawks out shooting Triad 4-2. As another face-off will come down here in front of Evan Arena. Let's give you the numbers on Landon Radel. Radel, 840 minutes coming into this one. He is 10-8-3, just like his team. 76 goals, 292 saves for Mr. Radel. That's a goals against average of 5.7 and a save percentage right around 73%, just a couple of ticks over 79%, excuse me. There's a chance for Collinsville. They float one up there, and Arena there with a save all the way back to the blue line. Bennett, he couldn't hold it in. A little 2-on-2. Here is Paris. Paris for Triad up against these near side dasher boards. Gets taken out into the corner, and the loose puck belongs to Collinsville. Here is Andy Bennett. He's got a little bit of room to work with. Got a defender right on his side. Shot and a save by Arena. Rebound comes all the way out front, but unable to get a stick on it was David Hearn. And then Triad will send the puck all the way back down the ice, and that's going to be another icing call against the Triad Knights. $7:19 left to play here in this opening period. Getting caught watching that game there a little bit, aren't you? Olivia Montgomery working the scoreboard and the clock for us today. It's very easy to get caught up watching the game, and then when the whistle sounds, you're like, oh yeah, I got to press the button. Over in front of the Triad bench it goes. It's poked out, and Triad works it into the offensive zone, but Eric Denny, he gets there first. Denny from behind his own net swings it around the boards, but it comes out, and could have been a penalty call, but they thought better of it. Here's Duffy. Duffy comes in over on the left wing, throws one up into the high slot, shot, and that never made it through. I believe that hit the back of the leg of the defenseman there for Triad. Triad whiffs on clearing, and it goes all the way back down, and Arena will have to cover up the puck, and he'll have another face-off. This one will be to his right. Season winding down, kids. One more game left after tonight for Collinsville, and that'll be Monday versus Bethalto at 9 o'clock at Granite City. Faceoff comes out to the right of the Triad goaltender, Evan Arena. Collinsville with possession of the puck in the offensive zone. They'll send it back around the Triad net. Picked up over there by Duffy. Into the corner it goes. No one could get there. Stephen Rushing got there first for Triad. He'll send it up through the neutral zone. And the Triad Knights tried that offensive push but couldn't complete it. Collinsville comes right back into the zone. Here is Bettis. Bettis leaves it in the circle. Thought Duffy was right behind him, but that was the defense for Triad. But a loose puck picked up once again by Duffy, sent over onto the side of the net, and Arena will cover it up and then slide it back to his defenseman. Triad trying to get it out of the zone. They do. Into neutral ice. Picked up there by Eric Denny for the Kahawks. Denny, a little backpedal and a stop up to the red line and right through the legs of Whitaker. I don't think he saw the pass coming. And then back out to the neutral zone we go once again. Here is Yaxtis. That would be Ian Yaxtis, the son of the guy working our camera tonight, Heath Yaxtis. We once again thank him for supplying the camera duties here tonight. He'll get a break during the All-Star game. Dak Ledbetter will be taking care of the camera for us. And then I'm sure Heath will be right back with us when we start the playoffs next month. In the neutral zone it goes. Here is Rushing. Rushing has all 4 of the 5 Kahawks back with him, and Whitaker finds the puck and sends it back into the offensive zone. It'll be chased down there by Jackson McFarland. McFarland, he'll send the puck back to the neutral zone where it's picked up by Andy Bennett. Bennett gets past one defender, gets past another defender. Over on the faceoff circle, a tap-in try by Eric Denny and a save by Arena, and Triad comes out the other way. Burns gets stood up at the blue line. Nicely done there by Zagorski. Here comes Collinsville once again. Denny couldn't get the handle on the puck, so it's picked up there by McFarland. And Triad, they'll start working back the other way, but Collinsville does a nice job. Thought they did a nice job of keeping it in, but the referee says it just came across the blue line. And that stops the clock with 4:54 left to play here in this opening period. No score yet. Collinsville continuing to pile up the shots on goal, though, as they are out shooting the Knights right now, 10-2. Those 2 shots by Triad came very early in this first period. It's been Collinsville ever since. There's a shot by Denny. That blisters over the stick side of Arena, all the way back out to the blue line. Picked up by Glenn Bennett. Bennett with a shot. That's blocked by the defense. Denny, he finds the puck up to the near faceoff circle. He gives it up, and then a loose puck out front once again. High slot all the way back by the blue line, but no shot put on net there by Collinsville. Kahawks do a nice job of hemming them in. There's another shot, and that one is off of one of the players. That's up front by Jackson McFarland. McFarland is hurt. He is holding one of his arms over there. Can't tell which one, but he's, right arm. He's got the stick in, and there's Preston Tillman on senior night with a little tap-in goal. Preston Tillman gets his first goal of the year, and it comes on senior night. How about that? Well, Jackson McFarland was hurt on the play, and he was holding on to that right arm. And then when the puck came out front, he couldn't put his arm down on his stick and get that puck out of there, and he paid for it. That it popped over to Tillman over on the near side post, and Tillman just tapped it in. First goal of the year for Preston Tillman. And Tillman gets a nice round of applause from the faithful that are here for his senior night festivities. That was right across the crease by Triad, but luckily for Collinsville, that was Lincoln Duffy on the other side waiting for it. Now a puck that's left in the slot. Collinsville trying to get it back. They can't. Goes over into the corner. A feed that never materialized for Triad. We'll give it back to Collinsville. That was only the second goal in Preston Tillman's 3 years of playing varsity hockey for Collinsville. He had 1 goal his junior year, and his sophomore year, there was only 5 games played, but he did play on some of those 5 games. But congratulations to Preston Tillman. How about that? A little pregame interview luck running off, right? Puck comes back down into Triad's offensive zone. We're down to 3:15 left to play here in this opening period. Collinsville up 1-0. Puck comes all the way out onto the stick of David Hearn. Hearn all the way to the red line. Comes in over onto the other side by Duffy. Duffy falls down. Stays with the puck, though, and sends it back behind the Triad net. Just under 3 minutes to go here in this first period. Collinsville with another Triad turnover. They take it to the net, throw it up front, and a chance there by Hearn, but he couldn't get the puck to settle down. And now Triad works it back up, but Collinsville clogs up that neutral zone, and Denny comes away with the puck. Here is Eric Denny, the sophomore. He works it around Sedlak. Sedlak's going to the All-Star game. So is Denny. A couple of All-Stars going at it. By the way, these two teams are going to be on opposite ends of that All-Star game. Collinsville will be on the red team. Triad will be on the blue team. Here is Andy Bennett. Bennett, the other senior on the team, besides Preston Tillman. Be nice to get both seniors goals here on senior night. Here is Bennett back behind the net. A penalty coming up to Triad as soon as they touch the puck, which they did. And that will put Collinsville on the power play. First power play of this night handed out to to Collinsville as Triad will send a player into the penalty box. And that will be Ian Carruthers. We'll get the call here in a minute on what exactly it is he did. There's a shot from the high slot by Denny. That was right on goal and saved by Arena. Hooking is the call against Carruthers. And Triad will send the puck all the way down the ice to relieve some of that power play pressure. 1:45 left to go here in this opening period. 1:35 left to go in the man advantage for Collinsville, and we have a whistle that'll stop the action. All-Stars for Triad: Jacob Perez, Tucker Jeffries, Dylan Sedlak, and Frankie Rhines. Triad has 4 All-Stars, just like Collinsville. Collinsville's All-Stars: Eric Denny, Tanner Bettis, and the Bennett brothers, Glenn and Andy. So these two teams will face off against each other when that All-Star game takes place at the McKendree Recplex. That'll be on February the 2nd, and we'll have that game right here for you on the Kahok Sports Network. 1:32 left to play here in period number 1. 1:22 left in the man advantage here for Collinsville. There's a backhand shot by Denny that never made it through. And into the corner it goes, and out of the corner it comes. Denny all the way back at the blue line. Gets it up to Bettis. Bettis with a shot. That was more of a shot pass, if you will, onto the stick of Andy Bennett. And that puck goes all the way down the ice. No icing because Triad's on the power play. Because Collinsville's on the power play. They have another power play here for 50 seconds. 1 minute to go here in this first period. Denny takes 2 guys for Triad up against the glass and survives the hit. Here is Duffy all the way over into the corner. Out front, slot, shot. That one's off of a body part there of Arena, and it ends up going high over the net, over to the far side face-off circle. Another shot in the goal by Tanner Bettis. Tanner Bettis adds on to his lead already, his 25th goal of the year, and it's 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. 41.4 seconds to go. And the Kahawks double up the Knights here, 2-0. And that was a power play goal. Face off at center ice, won by the Kahawks. They bring it up once again, and then Denny will turn around and head the other direction. A little backhand pass over here to Bettis, right below our location. Bettis skates through the RP Lumber logo here at the middle of the ice surface, and a couple of nice moves by Bettis, but he couldn't finish with that backhand. And Triad, they'll come up with the puck, send it back to the neutral zone where Glennon Bennett, he gets taken out by Sedlak. Well, after he got rid of the puck, that very easily could have been an interference call. Here is Bettis again. He'll leave one out front, trying to find Bennett, but couldn't. Now back over to Bettis in the near side corner, off the wall, and over to his brother, over to Glenn Bennett. A shot and right into the glove of Evan Arena with 1.2 seconds left to play here in this first period. Face-off will happen, and then the horn will sound. There's the face-off, and there is the horn. After 1 period of play, Collinsville leads by a score of 2-0, and we will take a break, and we'll be right back here in just a moment Ooh. Yeah, I'd probably try to use the arrow for that one.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology.
Takes some getting used to, I know.
Brady Pest and Termite
Back in a
Management
moment.
in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
And once again, we welcome you back into the RP Lumber Center here in Edwardsville, 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahok's out shooting Triad 15-3 in that first period. I don't know why they still have the penalty minutes up there. Tanner Bettis scored a power play goal, so there should not be a penalty unless they want to keep the kid in the box the whole time. And as far as I know, well, now we have a different kid in the penalty box. That is Bryce Laycock that's in the penalty box. Okay. Did I miss another penalty being called? That one's all the way down the ice, and that's off the inboards. It's going to go to Glenn Bennett. Bennett back behind his own net. Comes all the way out. And Collinsville, crash up against the boards. That was, excuse me, didn't mean to fall into you by Andy Bennett. We switch ends of the ice. Here is Bettis. Bettis gets it onto the stick of Denny. Denny takes a shot, but that one goes wide. Over into the far side and then back out this side from behind the net. Denny, once again, gives it up for Bettis. Bettis into this near side corner. Gets shoved from behind. Now gets a little help from Denny, and Denny, he'll come out front, try a little backhand. That's stopped by Arena, and now we have a goal. Referee points and says it's a goal. And I believe that one is going to belong to Eric Denny. And Collinsville will take a 3-0 lead. Well, might have been given to Andy Bennett. Have to wait for the official call, but usually the first guy to the bench high-fiving everybody is the one who scored the goal. Just got into this first part of the second period, and we already have a goal. Collinsville with the puck into the neutral zone. Well, they did give it to Bennett. So both of the seniors get goals here tonight on senior night. And Collinsville enjoying a 3-0 lead in the process. Puck comes all the way down ever so slowly, but it finally does cross the line, and that's going to be an icing call against Triad. Triad, by the way, has won 2 in a row 3 times this season. They lost 2 in a row 3 times this season also. They started the season 0-3-1. That was their longest non-winning streak of the year. Faceoff will come to the right of Arena and won by Triad. Knights trying to send it back the other direction. Collinsville trying to keep it down here in the offensive zone. Goes back behind the Triad net. Knights, they stay with it. Up here to the near side boards for Freen. Collinsville does a nice job keeping it in, though. Hearn fights the puck, and the freshman sends it all the way back around the net and over to the other corner. Now a loose puck. Who wants it? Collinsville's Duffy gets there first. Duffy trying to send one out to Hearn. Hearn will go chase the puck instead. Send it right back to where it came from. Collinsville will send it back to the blue line and let their defense handle it for a little while. But that bounces off a body. Triad, they get it out, and here comes Freen. Freen had to put on the brakes, but coming in instead, a shot by Marty Smith. That goes a little bit wide. Triad finds the puck. They took a shot, but that was blocked up out front by Glenn Bennett. Now a icing call that's going to go against Collinsville, and that'll stop the clock with 11:41 left to play here in this second period. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville on senior night. our last regular season game of the year. Triad, they only have one game left as well. It's also next Monday, and that'll be against Edwardsville. Also a 9 o'clock start, but that one is going to be at East Alton, while Collinsville has the 9 o'clock game at Granite City against Bethalto for their regular season finale. 11 and a half minutes to go here in this second period. Collinsville up 3-0, looking for more. 2-on-1 chance. Bettis takes the shot, and that one almost snuck through the 5-hole, and then Arena has to kind of scramble back on his feet from the seat of his pants, and now we're going to have a whistle on the play as we have another penalty called. No, the net came off its moorings. That's what happened. They're going to take the face-off outside of the zone. Boy, Arena ended up on his keister on that play, and that puck almost went in. Face-off won by Triad. Prater sends the puck up and right onto the stick of Sedlak. Sedlak, one of the All-Stars, and a stop there by Radel. Right up against that far side post. And now the face-off will come out to Radel's left. Landon Radel, the freshman goalie, not only has he played in almost every game for the varsity team, but he's almost played in every game for the JV team as well. So he has gotten a workload this year, that's for sure. All kinds of experience for the freshman, and that will pay off big time down the road into his sophomore, junior, and senior seasons. Oh, there was a feed up front. The only thing that was missing was a tap in by Eric Denny, and the loose puck over here in this near side corner to Denny, and a shot over on the far side there by Zagorski. Did everything but score. I believe he hit the side of the net with that shot. And over into the far side corner it goes once again. Bettis out front. Golden opportunity there for Andy Bennett, but Triad with a nice stick check there kept that puck from going anywhere near Arena in goal. Up against the far side boards. Into the neutral zone. Denny with a shot. That one shoved aside by Arena. And then in front of the Kahok bench, Triad, they come away with it. They'll send it all the way down the ice, and they're going to say that's an icing call, but it doesn't go over the line. Collinsville gets it first. Here is Denny. Denny over in the far side corner, trying to send it up into the neutral zone to Zagorski, but that was stopped by a skate of one of the forwards for Triad. Now the puck pinned up against the board over there in front of the penalty box that belongs to Collinsville. Comes loose, sent out. Andy Bennett tried to pick the pocket of Carruthers. Just missed out on that thievery there. 9:45 left to play here in the second period. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Andy Bennett. And the neutral zone comes across. And a nice chance for Collinsville, but they couldn't finish up. That puck would not settle down for Duffy. He kept on going backhand, forehand, and couldn't get it to lay on its side. Kept on rolling on him, so he couldn't get a good shot off. And now Collinsville will begin the attack once again. There is Bennett. That's off of the skates of Petrosky. And then the K-Hawks do finally get it out. There's Bettis. Shot. Glove save there by Arena. 9:09 left to play here in this second period. My name is Todd Duke. Heath Yaxis is on the camera for us tonight. Livia Montgomery playing the role of producer. We appreciate the help from both of them. We'll have a little help Friday at the basketball game too at Belleville West. There's a shot and another glove save by Arena. We got basketball coming up for you. Obviously, we got a day off tomorrow. We usually don't have games on Wednesdays. That's the one day they don't schedule many games. And besides that, now that school has been canceled, if they would have had games, they would have had to cancel them anyway. That's usually the rule. You cancel school, you cancel sporting events. So Thursday, we'll be at home. Collinsville will be taking on East St. Louis, the Lady K-Hawks. They're in action tonight at home against Belleville West. And then Friday night, we'll be at Belleville West for boys action. Boys, they're on the road tonight at Highland, taking on the Bulldogs. And I'm sure those games are already underway. Matter of fact, the ladies' game we know is because they moved everything up an hour. Everything was at the normal time in Highland. 8:35 left to play here in this second period. Collinsville up 3-0, looking for more. Triad back on defense. Banked it off the boards, did Frankie Rhines, and they almost weren't able to complete transitioning out. Now Collinsville comes back in. Here's Duffy and a shot by Tillman, who had the first goal of this game on senior night. Tillman gets taken hard into the corner. Comes all the way out for Duffy. He's got it. Saves it in. High slot. Shot. That one's off of a stick and goes high. And the rebound belongs to Triad. They'll get it all the way up against the boards over there on the far side. And there was Charlie Aller that lifted his head up just at the last moment to avoid taking a really hard collision with the Collinsville player. And Abby Shaft into the game now. She got the puck loose. Into the neutral zone it goes. Collinsville finds it again. Sends it off the high glass all the way down to the near side corner. McFarland, he gets there first. He pays the price for getting there first. Collinsville does a nice job keeping it in. Here is Bennett up toward the goal. Shot by Duffy that wouldn't go in. A rebound by Kitstein won't find the net. And then Duffy gets bumped off the puck. Stays in front. Kitstein backhand. Can't get it to go. Onto the forehand and a save by Arena. And that'll stop the clock with 7:25 left to play here in this second period. Boy, oh boy, Collinsville is pouring on the pressure. Out shooting Triad 24-5 in this contest. I was here earlier for a Kahawks game against Edwardsville, and I think that they held Edwardsville to 5 total shots on goal in that entire game. And they're having another stellar defensive night here too, besides the rough start that saw Triad holding most of the offensive zone time. At the neutral zone, here is Bennett. Glenn takes a shot, saved by Arena. Rebound is picked up by Kyle Rogers for Triad. And then Collinsville finds a loose puck again. Up front, a little tap-in try by Hearn, but that was shoved aside. Into the corner it goes, and it's picked up once again by Collinsville. Another shot saved by Arena. And then a shot on the outside, and Tanner Bettis scores his second goal of the night. And the Kahawks take a 4-0 lead. .658 left to play here in this second period. And right now it's all Collinsville with the Kahawks up 4-0. 27 shots on goal. Goal scored by number 27. Face off in the neutral zone, won by Collinsville once again. And Collinsville will go back into the defensive area and send it back out. A pass from Bettis up to Bennett. Bennett had that puck knocked off of his stick by Rushing. And Triad trying to find the loose puck and generate a little bit of offense. They are going to do just that. And then Glennon Bennett gets taken down from behind, and a shot in the goal by Triad. And Jack Phelps will get the Triad Knights on the scoreboard with just their 6th shot on goal here in this game. That comes just 22 seconds after the Collinsville goal, and it's 4-1 in favor of Collinsville. Collinsville wins another face-off, and that one's going to be offside, but Collinsville's tagging up. Triad with possession of the puck, so Collinsville gets out of the zone at means no whistle. Here is Aiden Freen, and a shot that goes well wide, and Collinsville, they find the loose puck, they bring it up, and they'll shoot the puck all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing call. Kahawks had 2 players open ready for a pass, but the pass split both of them. No one touched it, so they'll bring the faceoff down once again in front of Landon Radel, and it'll come to the freshman's right. This is the makeup game from the one that got taken off the schedule when we had those 30-degree below zero wind chill factors a few days before Christmas. That was supposed to be a 7 o'clock start. This one a 7:30 start. They did have a 12 and under game going on here right before this one between Afton and Twin Bridges. Here is Denny. Gets around all kinds of defensive players. In front, shot to goal. Oh boy. Oh boy. Eric Denny. That was all number 22 as he took that puck in the neutral zone and skated around 3 different Triad Knights and got that goal right back. Collinsville goes up 5-1. Man, oh man. Denny picks up his 23rd goal of the year, and that was a goal of beauty. Collinsville has their 4-goal lead back. Kahawks send it down into the offensive zone once again. Running it down is Jackson McFarland for Triad. They'll send it up onto the stick of Abby Shaft. Collinsville picks it off. Here is Denny with a shot. That one goes a little wide into the corner. Comes out here against these near side boards where it is picked up by Triad. They'll poke it down, but Collinsville's Denny, he'll get there first. Denny back behind his own net. Sends it up to Duffy. Duffy across the center red line and into the offensive zone. Right through the legs of the defender Rhines. And Duffy will chase it back down, throws it up front, and all the way back out to the blue line. Yaxtis couldn't slow the puck down. And Triad comes out with a 2-on-1 opportunity. Here's a pass in front, but left behind off of the stick of Sean Petrosky. And Collinsville, they come back the other way with it. Triad finds it. They'll send it over to Shaft. Shaft will send it in. And then she'll go chase it down, but Collinsville will get there first. Shaft comes away with it, sends it up front, trying to find a goal-scoring chance here for her team. But Collinsville, they continue to push, and they'll shove that puck all the way down, and that's going to be another icing call against the Kahawks, and that'll stop the clock with 4:34 left to play here in the second period. 5-1 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks are out shooting Triad 28-6. Collinsville outshot Triad in that first period 15-3. And have been piling on the shots on goal ever since. Face off here on the near side circle, won by Triad. They put a shot on goal. Radel with the save. Over into the far side corner it goes. Tillman couldn't pick it up, so he'll leave it there for Glennon Bennett. Bennett comes up, crosses the line, has Kitstein coming up the slot. Oh boy! A shot from a weird angle all the way over to the far side circle on that left face-off dot, and somehow or another it goes in. Andy Bennett with his second goal of the night. And this one comes just a minute and a half after the Denny goal. 6-1 in favor of Collinsville. Last time I did a game, it was against O'Fallon, and O'Fallon had a 7-0 lead on the Kahawks, and that started the mercy rule clock. Collinsville was trying to do the same thing here tonight. Triad with the puck. And not anymore. Kitstein, he finds it. He takes a shot. That one's in too! Oh, that was tipped out front. Kitstein put a shot on goal, but Bettis, I believe, was the one who tipped it in. And Tanner Bettis is going to end up with a hat trick here before we have even reached the third period. That comes just 30 seconds after the Bennett goal. Bettis gets another hat trick. 7-1 in favor of Collinsville. Triad, they bring the puck into their offensive zone. They have not spent a lot of time there since the first 2 minutes of this contest. Now Collinsville gets it out. It's a fluttering puck. Won't make it all the way down for icing. And picking the puck up is Ian Carruthers. Carruthers off the near side boards here. Gets it onto the stick of, well, I can't tell now, Laycock, I believe. And then in front of the Triad bench, that puck goes. Floated high back into the Collinsville offensive zone. Here is Bettis going for 4. That one goes a little bit wide. Over here on the rebound is Lincoln Duffy. Duffy will send it back to where it came from, and it'll go all the way into the corner, then back behind the Triad net. Here is Hearn. Hearn couldn't wrestle the puck away. Triad, they come up with it. Here is Bryce Laycock. Laycock leaves it for Phelps. Phelps, shot. That one's blocked by the defense for Collinsville on a nice defensive stop there by Andy Bennett. That puck will go all the way down, and it will cross the line, and that'll be an icing call. 2:33 left to play here in this second period. Collinsville up 7-1, out shooting the Triad Knights in this one 30-7. We haven't gotten any Blues updates yet. I've noticed I stopped getting updates on my St. Louis Blues app. I wonder if it's accidentally put to sleep. Could be. 2:33 left to play here in period number 2. Collinsville with another face-off win. Denny gets the puck up into the neutral zone where it is just hoisted into the offensive zone by Duffy. He'll go play a little chase, and he'll get the puck, and he'll backhand one, and that's a save by Arena. I don't know if he got it into his glove or if he just pinned it up against his body with his arm, but he does end up making that save. Face-off will come out to the left of Arena. Bennett gets shoved down from behind. No call by the referee. Then a batted puck down with a hand. And if Triad would have touched it, it would have been a hand pass. And now the puck right at the blue line. Picked up by Triad. They'll take a long shot on goal. That one will go wide. And Collinsville, they come away with it. Sabres are up 4-2 over the Blues right now. Cahoks are up 7-1. We're down to the final 95 seconds left to play here in this second period. Here is Andy Bennett, tries to squeeze himself around Laycock, but couldn't finish the job. And now a loose puck goes all the way back around the Triad goal and over to the far side corner. Picked up there by Frankie Rhines. Rhines sends it back over to the near side corner. Turned over. Collinsville trying with another goal-scoring opportunity here, but Duffy couldn't finish up and find Andy Bennett. Bennett getting shoved from behind by Rhines. Here's a shot from way outside. That one was right on goal and a save by Arena. And now Collinsville will try it again all the way back at the blue line. Here is Denny. Denny flutters another one. That one goes right into the glove of Arena. And then a little pushing and shoving in front of the Triad net. That doesn't amount to much, and we are down to 52 seconds left to play here in this second period. Collinsville with 2 goals in the first period. Then they rattled off 3 straight goals for 2 more goals for a 4-0 lead before Triad finally got on the board, and then Collinsville rattles off 3 more. Face-off once again will come out to Arena's left. Bryce Laycock and Tanner Bettis, and Bettis couldn't win that one. Loose puck ends up going out of the zone. Collinsville keeps it in, but Laycock, he'll catch it like a center fielder and then bring it back into the zone, but Triad was offside. They had to tag up. Collinsville comes away with the puck, and they'll send it up to Bettis. Bettis has that puck go off of his stick, and it goes all the way down to Arena, and that'll stop the clock with 33 seconds left to play. 7-1 in favor of Collinsville. Bettis in the face-off circle again, this time with Dylan Sedlak. Sedlak wins that face-off. Triad back behind their goal. We'll send it up here to the blue line for Paris. Paris, he's through the neutral zone and couldn't get it into the offensive zone. Nice stand-up job there by Yaxtis. And now we're going to have a whistle on the play. And then Tillman comes in trying to shove Paris there. He didn't like the way he manhandled Yaxtis, so the senior comes in and tries to stand up for his younger teammate. Preston Tillman did the pregame interview with us and then scored the first goal of this game on senior night. Yeah, you can't have 6 players out there, guys, so Preston's going to have to go back to the bench. Not at this particular moment. You can't have 6 out there anyway. Here is Denny. Denny backhands it up to the red line, but Triad able to keep it in. But Denny finds the puck again, then loses the puck. And Triad looking for a little help. And a nice sprawling stop there by Denny. And then a shot and a goal. A little backhand shot put on there by Dylan Sedlak, and Sedlak, the leading goal scorer for Triad, gets goal number 20 on the year. That comes with 3.3 seconds left. Boy, oh boy, you hate to see those goals coming with just seconds left on the clock. But Collinsville, they are still enjoying a 7-2 lead. And we'll have enough time for the face-off, and that's about it. And that will do it for period number 2. We will head to period number 3 after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Once again, we welcome you back to the RP Lumber Center here in Edwardsville. 7-2 after 2 periods of play. Collinsville with the lead. Kahawks out shooting Triad 33-8 in the game. They outshot Triad 18-5 in that second period. And those 5 shots by Triad came late in the period. Triad did get 2 goals in that period to avoid the shutout. But right now, Collinsville is very much in control. Here is Triad, though. They come in on the offensive zone, got an opportunity there, but Radel slid over to his right-hand side and disrupted the rest of that play. Collinsville, they find the puck. They have it in the defensive zone, and they'll try to send it off the boards and into the neutral zone, but Denny never got enough on the hit. And now Duffy, he runs into the player from behind. Ran into Sedlak from behind. You can't do that. That is a boarding call, and that is going to give the Triad Knights their first power play of this game. Collinsville went 1-for-1 on their power play. Triad, they get their first power play here in the opening seconds of the third period. Faceoff will come out to Radel's left. We'll see if the Triad Knights can do anything with their man advantage. Collinsville wins the faceoff. Here is Bettis. Bettis already has a hat trick, splits the defense, comes in, shot and a save by Arena. Over to the corner it goes. Triad will pick it up and head back up ice as Bettis was trying to get a short-handed goal to go along with his power play goal and his 2 even strength goals. Over here to the near side corner it goes. Andy Bennett, he takes a hit from behind, but he saw it coming, and then he shoves Jack Phelps just for a little extra oomph at the end of that one. Minute 30 left to go on the man advantage here for Triad. Knights back behind their own net. They'll start the process of moving the puck up for a chance for a shot on goal. They get it all the way over here to the near side for Paris. Paris with a 2-on-1 opportunity. He'll shoot it, and a save by Radel. Rebound. That one came close to that near side post, but never did go in. Backhand shot, and that one's in. And another goal by Jack Phelps. Phelps gets his second goal of the night, and Triad picks up a power play goal to make it 7-3, but Collinsville still has the 4-goal lead. Excuse me. So each team 1-for-1 on the power play. Collinsville with a face-off win. They'll send the puck all the way into the offensive zone, but it's chased down there by Jackson McFarland. Then coming up with the puck is Frankie Rhines. Rhines, he'll take it all the way up to the blue line. Couldn't get it all the way out, but eventually Triad does. And once again, they'll get around a couple of the defenders. Triad starting to put a late push on here, and Radel tried to glove that puck down, but he never did. But the referee had already blown his whistle, and that will stop the action with 12:24 left to play here in this third period. I'm not sure. Is there another game here tonight? Edwardsville, okay. So there will be a 9 o'clock game here, so they will have to watch the clock. And as usual, they'll always take off some time if they deem it necessary. And there's Stephen Rushing. Rushing gets the puck right back. High slot, shot, and a save by Radel. Comes out over here onto this near side. Picked up by Collinsville. Kahok starting to get a little sloppy again like they did in that 5-5 tie against Columbia when Collinsville went into the third period with a 5-1 lead. Now bodies are falling all over the place over on the far side there. It's picked up, Collinsville, and Glenn Bennett sends it all the way out to the blue line. Couldn't get it all the way out, though. A shot toward the goal. Never did make it to Radel. And now there's a scramble out front. And Triad trying to whack away at it. Collinsville, they get there first. Comes back out. Another shot toward the goal. That one goes high over here onto the near side and back behind the net. And the Kahawks trying to come away with it. And Collinsville, they're getting met by a lot of resistance here by Triad here in this third period. Triad putting on some more pressure. High slot. Chance for again for the Knights. They couldn't get a shot off, though, as that one got stuck into some skates. So all the way back out to the blue line. McFarland from the blue line. He'll take the shot, but we will have a whistle, and that'll stop the action. And it looks like Collinsville is going to be shorthanded once again. Note we're going to have coincidental minors, it looks like. Extracurricular activity is right. Andy Bennett goes off of the ice for Collinsville, and Bryce Laycock for Triad. So we will have a little 5-on-5 hockey with coincidental minors. A player from each team. Collinsville, they don't like the call. They're complaining to the referee over at the bench, one of the assistant coaches. And the faceoff will come out to the right of Landon Radel. Won by Triad. Collinsville having a hard time just possessing the puck here in this third period. Duffy, he gets a hold of it. Eric Denny. Denny works it up to Kitstein. Kitstein knew he was going to get hit, so he puts a backhander over into the middle of the ice back by the blue line. Triad, they come down with it. And Collinsville, they'll swat at the puck again, but they can't get it out. Over into the near side corner it goes. Collinsville, Tillman, off the dasher boards, back over behind the net. Out the other side it goes. Kahawks at the blue line. They try to stop it. They do so. They'll poke it into the neutral zone. 10.5 minutes to go here in this third period. Collinsville up 7-3. Triad, they have a little bit of momentum here in this third period. Kahawks get the puck once again up to Tanner Bettis. Bettis backhands it into the offensive zone. Triad, they'll go chase it down. They'll pick it up back behind their own net. All the way up against the boards here on this near side. Popped up into the air and through the neutral zone. Here is Sedlak. Sedlak with a shot, a save, a pass. And that one goes all the way over to Ryan Lejeune. And Lejeune with a backhand shot over on the far side post. And all of a sudden, it is a 3-goal game. Lots of time left here, too. 10:04. Collinsville still up 7-4, but boy, oh boy, it was 7-2 when this period started. You felt a lot better about your chances when it was 7-2. Now at 7-4, things are a little bit on the sketchy side. We have a timeout called, so we'll go ahead and take a timeout as well, and we'll be back here in just about 1 minute on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Back here at the RP Lumber Center, my name is Todd Duke, Olivia Montgomery, our producer, and Heath Yaxis, our cameraman. Glad that you're with us here on a Tuesday night before a big snowstorm arrives, apparently. Overnight. Say it might be raining by the time we get out of here, but we'll have to see. So Triad trying the big comeback. They were down 7-2 when this third period started. Now it's 7-4. Kahawks are getting a little tired out there as they put on a lot of energy in those first two periods to get those 7 goals. Both of these teams played last night, so neither one of these teams can use playing back-to-back games as an excuse. Here comes Collinsville. A little 2-on-2. Duffy across the line, trying to feed it up to Whitaker, but Whitaker had that one go right past the stick. Now Duffy back over to Whitaker. Comes into the high slot, but it's picked up there by Schramm for Triad. They'll send it up into the neutral zone. Here is Smith. Smith shoots it all the way down, and Radel better do something with that puck. Man, I thought he was going to clamp down on it with his glove. He just shoved it aside with his stick, and it didn't go very far. Here once again is Schramm. Schramm sends the puck all the way back through the neutral zone where it's going to be picked up there by Collinsville. Bennett shoots it up to Whitaker. Whitaker trying to find Duffy, missed his stick, and that one is going to be an icing call. And we'll bring the faceoff all the way back down in front of freshman Landon Radel. Day off tomorrow. Back with you on Thursday. Little home Lady Kahok basketball game as as East St. Louis comes to town. Then we're on the road at Belleville West Friday night for boys basketball action, and that will round out our week. There's a shot and a save by Radel. That was off of that left pad. Over to the near side corner it goes. Picked up by Andy Bennett. Bennett will send it all the way around the boards and out. Triad trying to keep it in. They do so with Frankie Rhines. Rhines backhands it back down into the offensive zone, but Triad went for a line change, so nothing but Kahawks back to collect that puck. Here is Bennett. Bennett to Tillman. Tillman trying to feed the puck over to the blue line for Tanner Bettis, but that was intercepted by Triad. Bettis comes up with the puck anyway. Collinsville's got numbers heading the other way. Here is Bettis. He takes a shot. That one goes wide, and he runs right into Jackson McFarland in the process. Out to the blue line the puck comes. Here comes Rhines. Rhines gets it across the line. Over to the far side there for Jacob Perez. Perez, he got knocked off of the puck by the Kahawks' Eric Denny. And now Denny, Collinsville's got a 3-on-1 opportunity. Here is Denny. Denny takes a shot on goal. No good. Shoved out by Arenas over on the other side, and then a turnaround shot there by Andy Bennett. And that one is smothered up by Arenas as well, and Arena, And that'll stop the clock with 7:51 left to play here in this third period. We're going to have a penalty handed out here to Triad. Looks like Jackson McFarland is going into the penalty box. So Collinsville will go on their second power play. Kahawks are already 1 for 1 on the power play. Have to wait on the call to find out what it is. Yeah, Triad had 5 guys out on the ice. That puck goes into the Triad bench and will remain in a timeout. Well, I figured while there was no music playing, they were going to announce the penalty. Face-off won by Collinsville. Out to the blue line, Denny. Two minutes for roughing is the call to Jackson McFarland. So Collinsville on their second power play of the night. Puck ends up going back behind the Kahawk net. and it is picked up there by Eric Denny. Denny, he'll come out for another rush for Collinsville. Off of the near side boards for Glenn Bennett. Bennett, he'll zigzag his way into the offensive zone and go over to that far side corner. It's taken off the puck over there by Kyle Rogers. Triad with the puck again, and they'll relieve the pressure of the power play by sending it all the way down the ice. 7 minutes left to go here, we think, of this third period. We'll definitely have some time taken off if there's another game. It looks like it's Edwardsville senior night here, as they are busy hanging up the banners over here in this far side corner to your left. There is Duffy with a shot. That one's shoved aside by Arena, and then a return shot never made it all the way. Here's Denny, sends it over to the far side. Denny couldn't hold on to the puck. Now he finds the handle once again, sends it over to Bettis, and Bettis, he lost the handle as well. Glennon Bennett saves it at the blue line. Back over to Bettis. Bettis puts on the break. Face-off circle. Shot off of some skates, and back out over to Bettis. Now Collinsville back behind the net. They'll show it out front, and a shot there by Eric Denny. Couldn't find its way through with the mass of people. Here is Bettis. Bettis gets held up a little bit, stays with the puck though, and we'll send it all the way over to the far side. Another chance for Denny. Denny shot. That's off of a skate out front, and a return shot and into the glove of Arena, and that'll stop the action with 6:01 left to play here in this third period. 10 seconds left to go in the man advantage here for Collinsville. Kahawks with a 7-4 lead. 10 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Collinsville. Collinsville out shooting Triad 37-16. Here is Glenn Bennett all the way at the top of the faceoff circle. He tried to thread that one through the legs of Gray Life, and he didn't do a very good job of it. And there's a save by Radel. He tried to shove it to the side. Now we're going to have a penalty called against Collinsville, and as soon as the Kahawks touch the puck, we'll get the whistle. We do. Stops the clock with 5:37 left to play here in this third period. So Triad will get their second power play of this game. And I wouldn't be surprised if they trim this clock down now while the referee is over there, but he's not going to do that yet. It's going to be a holding call against Glenn and Bennett. So Collinsville goes from being on the power play to being shorthanded in just a matter of seconds. Faceoff comes out to the right of Radel. It's won by Triad. They put a shot on goal, and Radel had to be alive to make that save. And another chance for Triad. They miss out on it. Collinsville will swat the puck all the way down the ice, and that'll relieve the pressure of this power play. 1:45 left to go on the man advantage here for Triad. 5:20 left to play here in this third period. Triad through the neutral zone, stopped by Andy Bennett. Bennett will send it back down. Doesn't get it very far, though. Never left the neutral zone. Triad, they come up with it once again. On the other side is Phelps. He'll put a shot toward goal. Saved by Radel, and that'll draw a whistle, and we'll stop the clock with 5:02 left to play here in this third period. .125 left to go in the man advantage for Triad. Blues are still losing 4-2 at the end of 2. As the Blues trying to avoid back-to-back losses. Lost Saturday against the dreaded Chicago Blackhawks. St. Louis having a hard time beating these bottom-tier teams. Yeah, they can beat Colorado and beat Vegas and beat Minnesota, but lose against Montreal and Chicago. I don't get it. All right, they took minutes off the clock. Instead of 5 minutes left, we have 2 minutes left. Kind of figured that was coming sooner or later. Collinsville, they get the face-off win. Tried to clear the puck out while they're shorthanded, but they didn't get enough on it. Here is Prater. Shot. That never materialized. Never got through anyway. And now Collinsville will backhand the puck out through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. 1:40 left to go here in this period. 1:05 left on the man advantage for the Triad Knights. Through the neutral zone it goes. Collinsville finds it first, but couldn't get it all the way back down. And Here is Burns. Burns trying to work his way to the slot, never made it there. Andy Bennett got the puck off of his stick, and then Bennett will shoot it off the boards into the neutral zone for Duffy. Duffy, he'll race in front of the Triad bench. He'll waste a little time, and then he'll lose the puck. Triad, they get it out. Lejeune gets it over here to Sedlak. Sedlak leaves it for Phelps. Phelps through the neutral zone, shoots and scores. Phelps gets his own hat trick here tonight. That was on the power play, so Triad 2 for 2 on the power play here tonight. And Collinsville still leads, but it's 7-5 with 1:06 left to play here in this third period. Face off in the neutral zone, so now Collinsville just needs to collect the puck and waste time with it. Here is Duffy. He does just that, then gets shoved down from behind. No call by the referee. Triad, they come up with the puck, trying to get it back into the neutral zone. They do. Knights bring it up once again. Here is Laycock. Laycock comes in, shoots, and that one is off the pads of Radel. Pops straight up into the air, and then comes down. Collinsville, they'll just ice it, but it's going to roll all the way down to Arena. He'll have to throw the puck out there to Schramm. Schramm sends the puck over into the far side corner for Carruthers. Back over to Schramm. That was deflected off one of the Collinsville sticks. Back in front of the Triad bench. And then through the neutral zone. Collinsville finds it. Sends it back into neutral ice. Here is Duffy with a chance with Bettis. A 2-on-1 opportunity, but he lost the puck, did Duffy. And back with it over in the corner. And he'll take a hit from behind, but looks like the one supplying the hit took the worst of it. That was Bryce Laycock. And we are down to the final seconds. They're going to tick off of this one, and Collinsville's going to hold on and win. Final horn sounds. Collinsville wins by a score of 7-5. And the Kahawks improve to 12-8-3 on the year. Triad drops down to 9-12-2. A big thank you to Olivia Montgomery over there on the production side of things. And once again, Heath Yaxis on the camera. We appreciate it. My name is Todd Duke. That's going to do it for us. We will talk to you again on Thursday night from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as your Collinsville Lady Kahawks basketball team will host the East St. Louis Flyers. And until then, everybody make sure you stay safe. I hear we got some snow coming. Good night for just a while.